Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for tuning into this episode of Revealed. We have something quite a bit different for you today. Recently, we've shown you a kitchen that we were fabricating in our shop, and here is that space. So we've taken this a long way already. This space, when we first came in, there's a soffit going around the perimeter, and the cabinets and appliances in this space hadn't been updated in about 30 years. So it was definitely time for a major update. So first thing, we came in and made this space safe. So what that means is we had electricians on site to come and cut all of the power so that we could safely remove all of the appliances and the outlets with no risk. And we also had the plumbers come in and cut and cap all of that plumbing so we could remove all of the sink and garbage disposals. From there, we took out all of the cases, all of the old cabinets, the doors, and the appliances. With the cabinets out, we could start to remove the soffit. Now, if you spin around over here, you can actually see the existing space where the soffit used to live. There was also two wing walls on this wall over here, one coming out about here and one up against this wall, hence why there's no board here. And that is where the refrigerator used to live, and actually where the new refrigerator will remain. So once we got that soffit out, one of the biggest issues that we ran into was this wall was actually not framed from soffit height up. So once we got them out, it was just floating in there. We needed to reframe this wall because this is the measurement that we had our cabinetry based off of. One of the things that we like to do on every job is when we're at this point where the board is down and the walls are wide open, we go ahead and add blocking all around the perimeter where our cabinets are going to be. We do this at the bottom and the top of where our lower cabinets are going to be. And then the same thing with our upper cabinets. This allows us to place the screws in desirable locations within those cases. We're not having to get stuck or limited to only the locations where studs are. We've all been in those situations where we haven't had this blocking and a cabinet doesn't quite catch the stud the correct way, and it can cause some issues with securing the cabinetry to the wall safely. So as you can see, our blocking does span around the entire perimeter of this wall. And it does go up and down, you can see as we go through. The reason for this is when they framed this space originally, they had added all of these spacer blocks and they alternated the heights on those so that they could tack each one in from the sides. And our blocking does have to follow that, but that's okay because we have plenty of space to secure our cabinetry too. We're also redoing all of the electrical in this space. So all new whips to our appliances, all new outlets. We're gonna do true fig outlets that are recessed into the stone so the plates are flush with the stone, and all new lighting in the ceiling as well as in the under cabinets. So we had electricians come in here, rip out all of the old lights, the old wiring, and run all new wiring from here over to the panel. While doing this, they were able to keep one circuit open in this room for us, and that's where the refrigerator used to be. This allows us to run things like the temporary lights and some tools. Also, as part of this process, the plumbers came in and cut and capped our plumbing so that we can put the new cabinetry into place. And we actually had our plumbing inspection today, and we will have our electrical inspection in the coming days. One of the biggest issues that we ran into in this space, and we knew about it before we even started demo, was that this floor sloped about 1.5 inches out of level. This was very clear in the toe kick of the former cabinetry. So we had our flooring contractor come in here, and what he actually did was sanded down the high spots a little bit and actually raised this spot up quite a bit. There's about an additional inch of subfloor on this side, plus some adhesive and some shims to get this all into place. The difficult part was these floors flow all the way out into this space through the entire living room. So we had to maintain our threshold here and gradually tapered these floors up from 0 at our threshold to a little over 1 inch on the cabinet side. Once we had our floors leveled out, we were able to nail down our final height. We knew from our shop drawings what our final height was going to be, and this ceiling actually allows us to have a little bit of flexibility with the flooring needing to change so much. Fortunately, everything did work out as planned, and there was only minor leveling of the ceiling needed. And James took care of that. He's been in the field pretty much by himself doing all of this work with some of our subcontractors. So big shout out to him for holding it down. Also in this unit, the homeowners were complaining of some smells from cooking kind of going throughout the house, and possibly the old hood either not working efficiently or there being a leak in the ductwork. So right above me is where the hood is going to live. It's in the same location that the previous hood was going to be. So we're gonna have to do some smoke tests or steam tests and follow this ductwork all the way back through and up and out the building to make sure that there are no leaks within the system, making sure that the new hood is ventilating properly. As we were going through this process, we decided with the homeowners that we're going to replace these pocket doors. They don't actually function very well. The hardware is from about 30 years ago. We're gonna go ahead and remove the remaining casing, rip the board down from these walls, take out the old tracks, replace it with the new track, and get this place boarded back up. So this wall here and behind the fridge are the only walls that are going to get board and plaster. For all of the other walls, we'll end up using 1/2-inch plywood in lieu of a blue board and plaster. This is going to give us a little bit of extra flexibility and security with hanging our cabinets. And since this entire space is going to be floor to ceiling cabinets and full height stone backsplash, we're actually not going to have any painted plaster anywhere else. So once we have our electrical inspection done, we have this track replaced, we're going to get the plasterers in here to board and plaster the ceiling, as well as this wall. We'll hang our plywood on the perimeter of the cabinet walls, and in just another week or two, we can start to bring cabinet cases in here and get rolling on cabinet install. So as we go through this process, we will continue to bring you along with us. And if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.